Some people call it just a worthless ball game, but for these seniors out here, it's another chance to play another game of football and to close out their senior year with a win. And that's what we're going to get here at May Flanders Field in White House, Tennessee. Welcome in, everyone, to the broadcast booth. James Shannon. Well, we'll get you on the broadcast booth in just a second. There we go. James Shannon, John Trahan. It sounds weird to say, former Riverside Christian Academy player. And we're going to have a good ball game. Lancaster Christian comes into the night 7-2. Tennessee Heat 5-6. Heat took a tough loss to the Webb School last week, and Lancaster took a tough loss to the Christian community. So obviously that's how they both got here. But a lot of stars on each team, a lot of good seniors on each team. But John, you got a chance to play both these teams. Had a tough loss to the Heat. Lancaster Christian, got beat by a little bit more, but still a lot of talent on both these teams.
Right. I think they're both going to be a super good match for each other. You know, the one thing to look out, LCA likes to sling the ball around. They like to put it up in the air and stuff like that. They play a pretty spread out defense, so I think they're going to match up really good in that way. And I think that Lancaster, we played a little bit worse than we did against the Heat, and so I think that's a lot to do with that. So I think this should be a really good game.
Well, obviously, two young first-year quarterbacks for both sides. For Lancaster, Deuce Bragg. For the Heat, you have Brandon Goolsby. But they've got a lot of senior leadership around both of them, and so hopefully that translates to a W. We'll be right back with the opening kickoff. This is the Kingdom.com Extreme Game of the Week, brought to you by Kingdom.com.
White House, Tennessee, and tuning in on YouTube to join us in celebrating 10 years of athletic excellence.
Let's meet the teams participating in tonight's third-place contest of 2018. They finished the regular season as the #2 seed in the South with a 7-1 record to advance to the MTAC semifinal playoff game against the Christian Community Colts. Give it up for the Lancaster Christian Academy Knights. They finished the regular season as the #2 seed in the North with a 5-5 record to advance to the MTAC semifinal playoff game against the Webb School Feet. Give it up for the Tennessee Heat. At this time, we ask that you please rise and remove your caps for a word of prayer from PA announcer Jimbo Savely.
Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day. We thank you for the beautiful weather that you've given us to play the great game of football, for this opportunity that you give us to come together as brothers and sisters in your family. The opportunity to compete with one another, to lift each other up, to be able to be out there and go through adversity with one another, and to have fun together. God, we thank you so much for this. We pray that you will protect each and every one of the boys playing out there on the field. That you'll give the coaches wisdom as they work with their boys and scheme to plan and call this game, God. And we ask that you protect our officials as well. God, we love you. We pray these things only in the name of your Son, Jesus Christ. Amen. Please rise and remove your caps for our national anthem. Let's welcome the Lancaster Knights and the Tennessee Heat.
Nah, I can hear it. Nah, I can hear it. Can you hear me, sir? Can you hear me? Yeah. Oh, shoot. What? Getting set for the opening kickoff here. Deep to receive for Lancaster. Looks like it's going to be number 7, Matt Bowden, the senior, and obviously they got their side switched up. It happens every now and then. Matt Bowden is going to be deep to return, the senior for Lancaster Christian. Great season, over 2,000 yards between passing, rushing, and receiving. Kick it off for the Heat. So the one and only kickoff from the cone man. It's Mr. Micah DeGrood, number 47. Can't miss him on the field, though. It's great when you're watching film, you're trying to see who made the tackle. All you got to look for is the lime green cleats. And you got them. You got to love guys like that. So DeGrood getting set to kick it away. Trying to see what the delay is here. Now, of course, both these teams have played on this field, so they had a chance to get used to it. Lancaster last week, and the Heat have played on it. They played on it last year. Earlier this season, CCS traveled to the Heat. But Coach Ryan Scott, no stranger to this field. DeGrood marks off his 10 spaces, 3 to the left. toe is about to meet leather, and here we go. It's 8-man football time in Tennessee for the MTAC Consolation game. Bowden receives it at the 5, starts left, now comes right, looking, trying to find the edge. He's got the edge, looking for the sidelines, got it, and he'll get forced out of bounds. Look like Preston Sloan, the other senior star for the Heat, with the force out. Kelton Copeland was right there too.
What a great move to get to the outside too.
That was some vision too. That was some vision because initially that wall was set up to the left, and he was able to cut back to the right on it. And that'll bring out the 8th grader, Deuce Bragg. I don't think I've ever seen an 8th grade quarterback play like this, play like he's not an 8th grader. But a great year for Bragg. That'll bring out him in the offense. 2-by-1 formation. Now Bowden comes in motion from the slot. Bragg, play fake, keeps it up the middle, swallowed by that defense. And it looks like number 40, Chris Savely with the sack. Savely with, I want to say, about 10 sacks on the year so far. Just an impressive year and a 5-year starter. Finishing out his career with the Tennessee Heat today. Not in a Heat uniform, but finishing his last game with some of his teammates tonight. Bragg in the shotgun, takes a snap, fires over the top, incomplete. And a flag flies in. They're going to say he grabbed him a little bit. Looks like the pass was intended for Isaiah Moore, the sophomore. No pun intended. And it looks like, well, let's see if they're going to mark it off. Let's get the call.
Pass interference on the defense. After the penalty, it'll be a first down.
There you go. Now you can hear it. Get the call from our official today, Mr. Larry Tidwell. That'll bring up a first down for Lancaster Christian. Bragg is in the shotgun by himself. 2-by-2 formation, just 3 down linemen. Bragg takes the snap, looks, fires deep, looking for Bowden. Bowden's got it, touchdown. Oh no, he dropped it. One-on-one, Bowden and Sloan. Bowden had it in his hands, couldn't come down with it, and that'll bring up a second down. That was if he would have come down with that, that would that'd have been impressive right there. John, you ever had any catches where it happened like you thought you had it until you hit the ground and then?
I've had a few of those. And, you know, these receivers are really good at jumping up. You know, and Deuce has a good aim at just putting it right where they need it, and they'll just jump up and grab it right over the cornerback.
Bragg, shotgun, fires, got his man right, tackled, nope, broke it by DeGrude, touchdown. Number 23, Elijah Moore. Brothers take turns with the receptions. And Moore, DeGrude had him dead to rights. Moore able to break free, put Lancaster on the board just a minute in. No, the clock's off a little bit on the broadcast. There's a replay. Yeah, Bragg with a great little dump off to Elijah. Two-point conversion, no good. Moore will fall short. Field's got a little water on it from a little bit of a bucket dump yesterday. Field's a little marshy. Lancaster Christian gets on the board first. 6-0, they lead the Heat. This is the Kingdom.com Extreme Game of the Week. Getting set for the kickoff after the Lancaster touchdown. Only took him a minute to drive down. Deuce Bragg, impressive start. Bowden set to kick it away. Looks left, looks right, starts forward, toe to leather. Ball is deep. It's going to be returned by Sloan, one of the most dangerous return men in the league. Sloan starts right, starts left, stays left, tries to come back to the inside, and he'll get tackled. Looks like Spurlock. No, 58. That's Nick Phillips with the tackle. And that'll bring out Brandon Goolsby, sophomore quarterback, first-year starter. Heat didn't know who was going to be their quarterback. Preston Sloan took some snaps last year. They had another quarterback, Kanan White, last year. They didn't know, and Goolsby stepped up, took over the quarterback position. And for a sophomore, it's been mixed results, but mostly positive.
And you know, like you said, Preston Sloan is one of the most dangerous return men in the league. He's really very shifty, very hard to get an angle on. You know, it's hard to find where he's going to be at, and you never get a good hit.
Goolsby with the carry there up the middle on the keeper. He's been able to run it just as much as he can throw it, and that's something that defensive coordinators have to prepare for. It's easier when you know that quarterback cannot run to save his life. But that offensive line also opening up a little bit. Guys like senior Elijah Diaz, Ty Whitaker. You got some guys who can open up some holes for him. Goolsby's in the shotgun. 1-by-2 formation. Man flank to his right. He's going to keep it again. Starts to the right. Has the sideline. Cuts back inside. That's Sloan, actually, on the Wildcat. And Sloan is going to have the first down across the 40. Shaking it up a little bit. And Goolsby's on the sidelines, getting stretched out. And Sloan, the Wildcat formation, just took the snap, makes his moves, and picks up the first, gets into Lancaster territory. Heat moving the ball. Of course, both these teams with the extra day of practice after playing in the semifinals last Friday. Playing an early matinee game today, all leading up to the MTAC championship happening tonight, 7 o'clock, right here on 8-Man Extreme. You're not going to want to miss it. And a little special thing for you before the broadcast, a little special video. Sloan is playing quarterback here, kind of like a Wildcat, takes the snap, gives it to Copeland. Copeland starts up the middle. He's going to get stuffed.
You know, James, if you look at these two teams, you know, they both have very limited formations. You know, Tennessee Heat, they tend to stick to their stacked formation with the 2 receivers out. And then LCA they usually go for either a 2 receiver out or 1 slot man out. And they both kind of stick to that pretty well, and they're pretty straightforward teams.
Hamari with the tackle there. Copeland, typically pretty good, and he got stuffed there. Goolsby back in the game at quarterback. Little Superman socks with a cape on the back. Sloan in motion. They're going to get him for false start. Someone got a little anxious. And we'll get the
dead
call.
Ball. Encroachment on the defense. 5-yard penalty. Replay, second down.
All right, well, they didn't get him for false start. They got him for encroachment. Missed it on there.
Ball spotted at the Knights 34-yard line.
Shotgun, 1-by-2, Sloan in motion. Gives it to Sloan on the jet sweep to the left. Tries to find room on the tackle, and he'll pick up about 4 yards on the play. Well, let's see where they spot it. They might spot it for the first down. They're going to give him the first. Sloan with the move on the jet sweep, hit the left side, and had just enough blocking to get past where he needed to.
Sloan doing a great job of just moving the chains. You know, don't always have to have the humongous touchdown plays, but just to move the chains.
Goolsby's in the shotgun, takes the snap, gives it to Copeland. Copeland up the middle, and a good run. Gain of about 4 on the play. Copeland, a good hard-hitting runner. And I want to say he's either a freshman or a sophomore, one of the two.
Carried by number 28, Copeland.
Resembles John Buchanan from LCA.
It's a huge resemblance to John Buchanan. Just a shorter, stockier, he's going to bowl you over. And when he needs to, he can have speed, but he's a power back.
He's a bowling ball.
Yeah, exactly. You said it right. Goolsby in the shotgun. They do a lot of shotgun. Sloan in motion again. Give him to him again on the jet sweep to the left. Spins back inside. Finds the middle. Tackled. Not enough for the first down.
Tackle made by number
That might be
28,
enough for the first down. Anderson with the tackle there.
3, Sloan.
And they will move the chains again. Heat keeping the chains moving, keeping the clock running, and
Ball is spotted at the
it's all
right
about pace.
16-yard
Who can
line,
control the
first
pace of the
and 10.
game? That Heat line, like I said, composed of Diaz at center, Whitaker right guard, Scott left guard. Goolsby takes the snap, gives it, double reverse. You got Boone Russell on the side, cuts to the right, dragged down, about a 5-yard
Ball
gain.
carried by number 16, Boone Russell.
Tennessee Heat doing a great job of just moving, punching down the field. You know, that'll really wear on a team. It wears them out.
Well,
Makes them tired.
Gain of 5 yards.
Sorry,
on the
well,
play,
and a
bring
good
up
job
2nd
too
and
with the
5 for the
setup
Heat.
plays. I mean,
Ball is
they ran
spotted
that
at
jet
the
sweep a
Knights'
couple
11-yard
times,
line.
and then ran it again, but then doubled back with Russell, who's got speed, pick up a 5.
Right.
And he was back behind the 20. I mean, he was back here about the 23, 24. So only a 5-yard gain technically in terms of game space, but in terms of how much he ran, he probably ran a good 20, 25 yards.
Right.
Especially cutting diagonal across the field.
All you need is the 3 yards a gain to move the chains.
There you go. Goolsby takes the snap. Ball's on the ground. Miscommunication between him and Copeland. Looks like Copeland thought it was going to be a play fake, and Goolsby thought he was giving it to him. And we're going to get a timeout from the Heat. We're going to step aside. This is the Kingdom.com Extreme Game of the Week, brought to you by Kingdom.com, the ministry technology providers.
Black.
TennesseeHighSchoolFootball.com, Grace Point Healthcare, Modern Medicine the Old-Fashioned Way, Estate and Financial Strategies Incorporated, and Ward Marketing and Advertising, Inc. Third and about 8 to go. After the loss, they had 2nd and 5. Miscommunication on the handoff. Sloan in motion. Goolsby in shotgun. Gives it to Sloan to the left side. On the sweep. Trying to find the edge. Has the edge. Trying to find the sideline. And he's down at about the 5. And that'll give him enough. Let's see if he's got enough for the first down. He does. First and goal from the 5.
First down for the Heat. It'll be first and goal.
Sloan finding the edge.
5-yard line.
And, of course, coming over from Mount Juliet Christian last year as a junior, and now a starter for the Heat this year. He's been solid in all facets of the game.
Sloan always has a great ability to make space where there isn't any. You know, right when you think that they have him cornered and trapped, he'll make a move and he'll bust out and keep the chains moving.
Very shifty. They've been able to grind out this drive. Lancaster bending but not breaking. Let's see what they do here on goal. Goolsby takes the snap, starts to the right. He's going to get dragged down. Looks like he was down at the 4. That was Moore with the tackle. Now, of course, the Heat, technically 4 cracks at it, but they do have DeGrude, who can hit. I think I've seen him hit about a 30-yard field goal. So I don't know how it would be on a field like this with these conditions, a little bit wetter. But a 6-0 ball game, I mean, it wouldn't be the end of the world to take the field goal here if you couldn't punch it in. They're still going to spot the ball at the 5. 2nd and goal. Looks like Russell is wide left. I formation, offset I to the right. Goolsby under center. Gives it to Whitaker to the left side, and he's down to the 2. Maybe the 3. Whitaker, they've started using him at fullback more. Really came out during the Tennessee School for the Deaf game. 2 touchdowns there. Just a big bruising runner. And typically they're right guard, but he could switch to fullback and give him a little bit of a power situation. Now Copeland checks back in. Copeland, we talked about him, good bruising runner. Whitaker still at guard. They've got Rory at end rather. Whitaker in motion, right to left. They're going to give it to Copeland. Copeland. They're going to let's see if they spot it. Nope, they're going to spot him short. Spot him at the 1. And that is 4th and goal. Lancaster, 3 straight stops inside the 5. They're going to go for it.
Copeland really good at those perfect type of situations. He was built for that, you know, just a down and short, you know.
They've got Sloan playing quarterback right now. And he'll keep it, trying to sneak it in. And Lancaster stopped him. The Knights stuffed him on 4th and goal from the 1. Lancaster with the goal line stand. Now they will turn it over, and the 8th grader is going to be in the end zone until they can give him a little bit of breathing room, but a huge stop there for Lancaster on the goal line stand. And that's a big momentum builder for your team. Score a touchdown right off the bat in only a minute. You give up all the way to the 1, bend but don't break, and then you stop them on 4th and goal. It's a big showing by that defense. Now Bragg standing about halfway into the end zone in the shotgun, flanked on his right. 2-by-1 formation. Bragg takes the snap. Looks. Oh, almost intercepted. And they're going to blow it dead. He was hit as he threw. They got a flag down.
You know, that's an interesting call by the coach. You know, right there on the goal line, he'll still willing to throw the ball.
They might call intentional grounding in the end zone. It might be a safety. Bragg was getting hit and tried to get rid of the ball, almost intercepted by the Heat. Let's get the call.
No foul on the play. We had a receiver. Complete pass.
Wow. Going with the incomplete pass. No intentional grounding, so that'll bring up 2nd down and 10, and it looks like it's going to get spotted at the 2-yard line, maybe the 1. It's deep. Like I said, Bragg's about halfway in his end zone, flanked on the right side. 2-by-1. Bragg takes the snap, hands it off to Moore. Moore to the left side, has space, cuts back inside, and he'll get dragged down at the 18. 1st and 10 for Lancaster. Had to get that breathing room.
Running it out of the end zone. Now they have more space to pass, which is where they're most dangerous.
John, your thoughts on the intentional grounding?
I don't know. I think it looked like intentional grounding to me, but I think it's an easier call than I think a bunch of them make it. You know, you just gotta look at the intention behind it, and it looked to me like his intention was just to avoid getting hit.
Avoid taking the safety, maybe.
Right.
Handoff to Moore, gets down to about the 24-yard line. Well, not first, obviously. 2nd down. Bragg is now flanked on both sides. Takes the snap, hands it to Bowden, the senior, and he'll get stopped. No gain on the play. He might have lost a yard. That Heat defensive line just so solid. Guys like Carter Sutton with 12.5 sacks on the year. Chris Savely, obviously, at defensive end.
Tennessee Heat not playing as very spread out as they usually do. Bringing everybody more closely in.
Bragg steps side, throws, incomplete at the 35. No flag on the play. Looks like receiver and cornerback are cool. But Bragg taking some pressure from this Tennessee Heat defense. I mean, they are all over him. Want to thank y'all for watching the Kingdom.com Extreme Game of the Week, Part A, Part 1, whatever you want to call it.
Timeout. White.
And we'll get a timeout from Lancaster Christian. We're going to step aside. This is the Kingdom.com Extreme Game of the Week. It's the MTAC Consolation game. Ready?
Oh, yeah.
Bragg in the shotgun by himself, so a 2-by-2 formation takes this. Nope, that's Bowden. Bowden will start right. Good stiff arm. but he's going to get taken down at the 26. Trying to stretch up to the 28.
Will be a turnover on downs to the Heat.
But it's not enough for the first down. Turnover. Heat stop him, hold him on 4th down. Instead of punting it away, curious decision to go for it there on 4th. I would have thought they would try to pin the Heat back a little bit, make them drive some more.
You always got to watch for Lancaster, too. You know, they really enjoy those fake punts. I think they ran 3 against us whenever we played them. And they're good at them, too. And so you always got to keep your eyes open and watch for those.
Right at 2 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. Now, the Heat had a drive where they burned at least 7 minutes off the clock. Just about 7 minutes. Goolsby in the shotgun, gives it to Copeland up the middle. Copeland, hard running, down to about the 22-yard line. Bring up about a 2nd down and 4. Just a bowling ball, like you said. Just he's going to get it, he's going to hit you, and it's going to hurt. You're going to hurt in the morning.
5 yards on the play brings up 2nd and 5. Heat from the Knights' 22-yard line.
Take a look at Lancaster Christian's defensive line. Lane Spurlock, a freshman, playing at that nose guard position. His defensive ends have been solid as well. Goolsby in the shotgun. 1-by-2, takes the snap, give to Copeland again. Ball's on the ground, and Lancaster's got it. Copeland coughed it up. And it looks like that was Anderson with the recovery. Got the replay here for you. Just started off as a good run and just never got his hands all the way around the ball. Cough it up on the first play of the drive. Right off the bat. 1st and 10 for Lancaster from the 24. That ball might be a little slick with the way the field is. Heat with 5 guys on the line, no safety. Bragg in the shotgun, flanked on his right side. Looks, fires, got it to Moore across the middle. Moore makes DeGrood miss. 40, 35, 30, down to the 25, 20, and drug out of bounds at the 15 by Sloan.
Pass complete from Bragg.
And we got a flag. A little jaw jacking going on. Now it's either because of the jaw jacking.
Run out of bounds by number 3, Sloan. There is a flag on the play.
And let's get it, yeah. There's Moore, just a great completion, makes DeGrood miss. And let's see if we can get that replay again.
You know, Deuce very good at checking down his receivers and finding mismatches and reading the defense. You know, and you can never be right whenever the quarterback's good enough to constantly switch and change to the defense that you have set up.
Well, you look at 2 of those touchdowns for.
We have a personal foul on the defense. It'll be half the distance to the goal line. 1st down.
Yeah, somebody was doing a little jaw jacking. And you look at, like I was going to say, you look at 2 of the touchdowns by Lancaster last week against Christian Community, and it was just little passes across the middle like this, just little check downs to where the linebacker should be. And see, just kind of thrown down there. Bowden with the handoff, and he's going to get stuffed. Ball's about the 10-yard line.
You take a look at Preston Sloan. You know, he's a great player, and he's one of the most important assets to the Tennessee Heat football team, but he costs them so much on those personal fouls that, I mean, you got to wonder if maybe if he toned that down, if it would be 100 times better.
Got to love those emotional players. There's a sack. That's Chris Savely. Savely with his 10th sack of the year. And Bragg didn't have a chance. Heat stacking that line. Here's the replay. Heat stacking that line with a 5-on-3. And someone was going to be unblocked, and it was the speedster Savely. Bragg didn't have a chance. That'll move the Knights back. They'll set up at about the 16-yard line after the sack from Savely. Now they usually just go three-man front. Bragg will take the snap, looks, fires deep, looking for Moore. Got it! He caught that.
What a great catch by Moore.
Isaiah Moore, the sophomore. What a catch, and we've got the replay. Tell me we've got the replay. No replay. Post in the way of the catch.
What a great dive and catch by Moore.
I mean, he laid out for it, and the Heat had already given up. I think it was DeGroot on the coverage. He had already given up. He thought for sure there was no way he was catching that, and Moore just lays out. 2-point conversion attempt here. Bragg in the shotgun, takes the snap, looks, fires. Bowden
Nice
with the
catch.
one-handed snag.
Knight's 2-point conversion is
So
good.
Lancaster receivers helping out Bragg with completions. That's 8 points for the Knights. Here at the end of the first quarter,
And also in
get a
the first
quick
quarter,
replay here for you of Bowden with the snag. Bam, got it. End of the first quarter, we're going to step aside. This is the Kingdom.com Extreme Game of the Week, brought to you by Kingdom.com. Getting set for the kickoff. It's not an opening kickoff for the second quarter. It's because Lancaster, Isaiah Moore laid out on the touchdown if you missed it, and of course we didn't get a replay on it. Bowden's going to set it up on the tee. They're all huddled up, and now they're going to spread out. Back deep to return, Preston Sloan. He's already had one chance to return today, and it was a dandy. Bowden starts forward. Looks like a squib kick. It will be. Down along the ground and fallen on by the Heat at the 38-yard line. Looks like Rory with the recovery. So Heat will set up shop with good field position. It'll bring out Goolsby. Heat need to get a score on the board. They're down 14-0. Got stuffed on a 4th and goal. Actually, it was a 4-down goal line stand by Lancaster. Great job by that defense. Let's see what they can do again. Bend and not break. That's been the key for Lancaster today. Heat break the huddle. There's Goolsby. They're going to go I formation. Whitaker, offset to the left. Looks like Copeland in the backfield. He coughed it up, led to that Lancaster touchdown. Now Whitaker comes left to right. Goolsby takes the snap, gives it to Copeland up the middle. Gain of about 4 on the play. Looks like Moore and Spurlock with the tackle. Now, of course, got the MTAC championship game going on later on tonight. 7 o'clock start. Webb 8-0. Christian Community 10-0. It's going to be a heck of a ball game. You're not going to want to miss it right here on our YouTube channel. You know something else you're not going to want to miss? It's Extreme Radio. Sunday, 4 p.m. live on YouTube. We'll recap all of this action. I formation. Goolsby will give it to Whitaker to the right side. And he ain't going to get much. He might have gotten 2 yards on that.
Great
they
team
were
tackling by Lancaster. That's a big kid. Hard to bring down single.
They were ready for that. Yeah, Extreme Radio, 4 p.m. Sunday, live here on YouTube. We'll recap all of today's action, and we'll get you set up for the 2018 Extreme All-Star Game next Saturday. We will have the coin toss between the 2 captains, Tucker Brown, Colton Rollins. We'll determine who gets the first overall pick in the All-Star Draft, which will happen Thursday at 12 noon. You're not going to want to miss any of that. Right here on our YouTube channel. Copeland went in motion. Now a toss to Sloan. Sloan's going to get dragged down by Moore. Enter all the puns you want about no more or whatever. I'll let y'all do those. I'm going to hold off on the dad jokes here. 4th down for the Heat. Ball spotted right at the 40-yard line, so only a net gain of about a yard so far on this drive. Lancaster knew who the ball was going to on that. It's not hard to decipher. Heat break the huddle. They're going to go I formation again. Now Sloan will come out wide right. He'll get matched up one-on-one with Isaiah Moore, who had the great touchdown catch earlier. Goolsby will take the snap, looks, fires deep for Sloan, and he overthrew him, but there's a flag. Flag on the play. Now, the throw was at least 20 yards off from Sloan. Let's get the call.
Holding. Number 10 of the defense. Replay 4th down.
Now they've spotted the ball past the 1st down marker.
I think it's a 5-yard.
And initially they said replay 4th, and they're moving the chains. So is it replay 4th down, but move it to 4th and 10 from the 30?
Is that replay of 4th or 1st down?
Officials
Talking this out.
a little confused.
Right.
After the penalty was marked off, the results was a 1st down.
All right, they got it straightened out. He get lucky on that. Pass was bad, but they're going to say that Moore held on to Sloan. Now Sloan goes back out wide left. Moore is lined up on him again. Gives him about a 6-7 yard cushion. I formation, Goolsby. Play fake to Copeland. Nothing doing. Lancaster not fooled at all, and Hamari with the tackle there. Bring up a 2nd down and 11. He kind of gifted that 1st down there. They're going to go I formation. Goolsby's under center. Russell wide left. Now he's going to go. Throw. Tipped.
Oh, my goodness.
And it was still in the air. And who grabbed it?
I think it was tipped and then bobbled around on the ground.
Rory got it. Here's the replay. And Goolsby was bootlegging to the left, throw, tipped, and it kicked off of a Lancaster player and was grabbed by the Heat and punched for a 1st down. So the Heat gifted a 1st down, first by the Stripes and then by Lancaster. So it's 1st and 10 from the 20. Actually, probably closer to the 19-yard line. They keep the drive alive. 8.5 minutes and counting to go here in the 2nd quarter. It's the MTAC 2018 MTAC Consolation game. Goolsby, I formation, drops, fires for Sloan. Got it in the end zone. Sloan hung on to it. Sloan didn't cough it up. I coughed up a little something there. Let's get the replay. Goolsby coming from the I formation, and he was just looking, put it up for his guy. Sloan turned around and brought it in the breadbasket. Nice side profile of Mr. Savely there, but a great, great touchdown catch by Preston Sloan. Puts the Heat back in the ballgame. What a catch. What a throw. He put it right where only Sloan could grab it. And now Sloan's going to spot it. DeGrood will get a shot at an extra point. Make it a 14-7 ball game. Snap, set, kick. Good. Line drive through the bottom right corner. Lancaster leads the Tennessee Heat 14-7. This is the Kingdom.com Extreme Game of the Week, brought to you by Kingdom.com, the ministry technology providers. DeGrood set to kick it away for the Heat, who have cut the lead in half. 8 minutes, 18 seconds to go here in the second quarter. Bowden is back deep to return. DeGrood's got a leg on him. He can boot it, especially on this 80-yard field. Let's see what he can do. From the cone, kicks it deep to the left side into the end zone touchback. Won't give Bowden a chance to return.
Touchback for the Heat.
DeGrood used to kick it on a 100-yard field. Of course, only Bowling Green and Christian Community play on 80/40. So whenever you get a chance to kick it off, a lot more chances for touchbacks. Kickers have to like playing here. Boost up your touchback stats.
Right.
First and 10, ball set up at the 15-yard line. Bragg is in the shotgun, flanked by Moore. Bowden is in the slot, 2 men wide out on the line.
Deuce audible in the call.
Heat stacking the defensive line. They're going to rush him again. Throw to Moore. Moore's got it. And Moore's going to get dragged down by his undershirt, looks like. About the 25-yard line. Enough for the first down, though.
Again, very impressive by the 8th grader Deuce just to find open spots in the defense and be able to call a new play. That has to be a good ability for the coach to have a quarterback that can do stuff like that.
Bragg takes the snap. Hit as he throws. Almost intercepted. In and out of the hands.
Pass by Bragg is incomplete. That'll bring up 2nd and 10 for the Knights from
it's number 32 for the Heat. But it's a lot of maturity from Bragg to swap out having that running back there to give extra protection just so that he can have him for a quick check down. And the Heat bringing the pressure there. They're trying to get him. They've gotten him a couple times already. And anytime, even though Bragg got that pass off, anytime you could hit the quarterback, that's just putting it deeper in his mind that you're there, you're coming for him, especially with an 8th grader. Now, he's played well, but he's still 8th grade. Takes the snap, checks it down again to Bowden. Bowden one-on-one. Sloan's going to get the tackle at the 26. Great open field tackle by the senior on senior. Of course, both of them will be up at the All-Star game. And speaking of the All-Star game, we said something about it last night and want to tell everybody. This Tuesday night, the Hendersonville Buffalo Wild Wings location has been gracious. We will be doing our mock draft that we do every year for the All-Star game. It's kind of a mock draft / announce who's going to play in the game. Isaiah Austin and myself will be doing it. We'll also be making good on our challenge promise. There's Bragg, throw across the middle, got Gurley to the 35. Short of the first down, though. Good tackle there by Lutchfield. But we'll make good on our promise. We said if y'all raised over $15,000, we had another challenge, but we said if you raised over $12,000, we'd do the Blazing Wing Challenge at Buffalo Wild Wings. You almost doubled that. So we'll be doing the Blazing Wing Challenge. We'll do the mock draft, and 10% of all sales will get donated to a fund for Coach Travis Creasy from that Buffalo Wild Wings just on Tuesday night. Bragg takes the snap, fires, caught! That's Bowden down to the 35 and a first down. Lancaster moved the chains.
Lancaster switching from these long passes just to hitting those short slants and bubble routes and stuff like that. That's hard passes to stop.
LCA parent just told us it's Bowden, not Bowden. I know, we have to.
Bragg flanked on the right side in the shotgun, 2 by 1. We'll say number 7 in the slot. Bragg takes the snap, looks, fires, got it to Bowden to the outside on the sideline at the 30. So again, it's this Tuesday night, November 6th. It'll all start at 7. We'll have a live episode of Extreme Talk. We'll do the All-Star mock draft. It'll also be an announcement of who's all playing in the game. We'll do our Blazing Wings Challenge. I'm a little nervous about that. I don't do hot food. So we'll have our gallons of milk on hand. And again, 10% of all sales that night will get donated to Coach Travis Creasy in his fight against leukemia. So really, really excited to do that. Bragg looks deep for Bowden. Incomplete.
You look at the calls on this. You look
Incomplete.
Lancaster keeps throwing short passes, and Tennessee Heat picks up, starts scooting up, and as soon as they do, they call for a long pass. And it was a great job by Preston Sloan to make a play on that and stop him.
Sloan with great coverage. One-on-one, you're seeing a good matchup with Bowden. It's two seniors head-to-head. Now Sloan will switch to the opposite side of the field. He'll guard Moore. It's third and about 5 yards to go, maybe 4. Bragg's in the shotgun, 2-by-1, takes the snap. Heat brings pressure, fires to Gurley. He still got it. He still got it, and Gurley's in for the touchdown.
That's a nice touchdown off the pass from Bragg.
Great balance, way to stay on his feet.
And that was number 32 for the Heat again. And he didn't wrap him up. He just went for the knock. He went for the hit, the highlight reel hit. Didn't wrap him up. Gurley with the presence of mind to just stop and explode forward. And another touchdown. Deuce Bragg. Third touchdown pass of the day. Let's see if they can get the 2-point conversion here, make it a 15-point game. Moore in motion to the left. Bragg, audibles. Bowden is in the slot. Bragg takes the snap, looks, rolls left, fires, intercepted! Intercepted by Sloan on the 2-point conversion to try. Intended for Bowden. It'll stay a 20-7 ball game. We're going to step aside. This is the 2018 MTAC Consolation game, and this is the Kingdom.com Extreme Game of the Week.
Knights 20.
Three, two, 1. Here we go. Bowden, toe to the leather. Kick is down. They kick it deep. Now Sloan's going to pick it up. Start left, come back inside, and get dropped at the 22-yard line. Little miscommunication. Sloan was supposed to return it, but it came short of him. But he had the presence of mind to pick it up and go with it. And that'll bring up a 1st and 10. Big interception by Sloan, though, on the 2-point conversion try. And that kept it a 2-score ball game.
Lancaster doing a great job of switching up their kicks between onside, squib kicks, and deep kicks, you know, keeping the Tennessee Heat on their feet, never knowing where the ball is going to go.
I want to thank you for tuning in and watching 2018 MTAC Consolation game. Now, not immediately after, because the kickoff isn't until 7 o'clock. All the pregame stuff will start probably about 6:45, 6:40, somewhere in there. Got a little cool special treat for y'all before that broadcast. It's the championship game, 7 o'clock. Goolsby hands it on a jet sweep and a gain of maybe 2. Bring up 2nd down.
Number 55, Spurlock.
So yeah, right here on our YouTube channel, like I said, 6:45, you'll get the, yeah, somewhere in there. You get the live broadcast of the 2018 MTAC Championship game. Good CFA Championship game last night. Russell Christian picking up the win. Of course, Evangel Christian picking up the win last week in the ACSC Championship. Goolsby with the keeper up the middle. Gain of about 5 on the play. Good hard running by the quarterback. He's held off on the QB keepers there for a little bit, but brings it back out, brings up a 3rd down. And, of course, Evangel Christian out of Alabaster, Alabama. Next week, Saturday, the NHSA Championship game. It's actually going to be right after our All-Star game. You'll be able to see it right here on our YouTube channel. But you'll have Evangel Christian, who won the championship last Friday night, taking on the winner of tonight's championship game. Goolsby play fake to Sloan. Throw the screen, incomplete. Tried the screen to Sloan. Lancaster didn't bite.
Great assignment football by Lancaster on that play.
Bring up a 4th down, and let's see if the Heat punt it away. We have yet to see a punt. And DeGruden making his way on the field. Bowden is dropping back to about the 15. So we'll see a punt here. DeGruden setting up shop about 11, 12 yards behind the ball. Gives himself plenty of space. Takes the snap. Kick is away. It's tipped. And it'll drop and then bounce. And they'll leave it alone. Let it go down about the 26-yard line. It was only going to be about a 10-yard punt. But the way the ball was tipped and spinning, so much momentum, it shot down the field and added an extra 15 to the kick. So Lancaster will start in their own territory, not that deep, not too deep.
Very lucky bounce right there.
And I didn't get the number of who got their hand on the ball. 1st and 10, Lancaster. Bragg takes the snap, looks, fires, looking for Gurley, got it! Dragged down by Lutchfeld. But what a catch for Gurley on the sidelines. Got both feet in bounds. And we got the replay. Bragg putting it right where only Gurley could get it. Gurley climbed the ladder.
That's
1, 2, bam, got him.
It's another good example of his ability to put it right on the right spot that he needs and his receiver's ability to just go up and grab it.
Well, of course, he'll be losing Gurley and Bowden after the season, but still a good roster of receivers. He's going to go deep for Gurley again. Oh, in and out of the hands. And we're going to get a flag. Lutchfield on the coverage. Let's see what the call is.
Pass interference on the defense. 15-yard penalty. Still first down.
I don't know. He went deep for Gurley. Gurley in and out of the hands. They'll mark it off. It'll be enough for a 1st down for the Knights. And a big break there. It'll move them down the field. Now Lutchfield, of course, I want to say he's a freshman or a sophomore. So good try on the coverage there, just went down. Tried to go up and get it and couldn't. But
interesting
Gurley.
setup by Tennessee Heat. They have a bunch of down linemen but no linebackers.
Haven't used linebackers a whole lot this year. Pressure on Bragg. Bragg gets up the middle. Has space. Let's see if DeGruden can get him. He's in for the touchdown. Flags. And Bragg took a lick in the end zone. And I don't know who hit him. Let's get the replay. Bragg took a lick heading into the end zone. And again, you called it. No linebackers. He's able to just sprint up the field. And Bragg's still out there. Let's get the call.
For the foul on the defense at the end of the run. Touchdown.
So it is a touchdown for Lancaster. Let's get that replay one more time. And just as Bragg crossed the goal line, let's see who got him. Boom.
The penalty will be administered on the kickoff.
That was DeGruden. So a battle of the flows, and DeGruden with the lick, but Bragg with the touchdown. Bragg is woozy. Bragg needs to come out. He's on a knee. Ref was checking on him. He's got to go. I don't know that Bragg knows he's in White House.
Official timeout.
You definitely have to watch for those type of people, you know. Everybody, you look at kids that have a heart like that, and they end up taking a hard hit, getting a concussion or something, saying that they're fine, they keep playing, and it's a very, very dangerous situation. You know, they keep playing, they'll take another head injury, and it can be life-threatening after that. You always want to make sure, check everything.
Well, and especially with him only being an 8th grader, you want to make sure that, you know, he doesn't jeopardize any future years. So Bowden will come out. He'll probably end up playing some Wildcat. Bowden takes the snap, looks, fires, got it. Curley, 2-point is good.
Nice throw, way to put it right on the money.
Bowden with the zip. That's a 28-7 ball game. 3:46 to go in the second quarter. Lancaster pulls ahead. This is the 2018 MTAC Consolation game presented by Kingdom.com, the ministry technology providers, TennesseeHighSchoolFootball.com, Grace Point Healthcare, Modern Medicine the Old-Fashioned Way, Estate and Financial Strategies Incorporated, and Ward Marketing and Advertising. Now here's something you're not going to see very often. The kickoff from the 35 of the opponent. So let's see if Bowden can hit the field goal from here. And into the end zone for the touchback. So the ball come out to the 15, about a 20-yard net. And he didn't even get the field goal. Now, of course, earlier this season, first game for each of these teams they faced at Smyrna Middle School, where Lancaster plays their home games. And kind of a same kind of hit on Bragg. He needed to come out for the rest of the game. Bowden played, they switched between Bowden playing quarterback and Devin Hargrove, a freshman who's also out of today's game with a hip injury. But kind of the same situation. And again, even if the hit was you know, questionable, I doubt it was malicious, John. I mean, it looked like DeGrude made the hit. And I know DeGrude, and I don't think he intended to make that hit.
Right. From my angle, I couldn't even tell if he was in the end zone or not either, you know. And so I think that there was a little bit of accidental matters behind it.
Hand off to Copeland. Copeland's going to get stuffed. Might have gotten a yard or two. But again, regardless if he meant to do it or not, still a tough hit. And you hate to see someone like Bragg get banged up like that. We'll see if he re-enters the game. He's getting evaluated right now. Talking to some assistant coaches and
with his helmet on, looks like maybe he might end up playing a little bit more, but might still have to keep an eye on him just to watch and make sure.
Exactly. I formation. Whitaker split to the left. Goolsby looks, fires. Overthrows Sloan.
Great blocking by the line. He had plenty of time back there, but just couldn't make the completion.
And Goolsby had Sloan open, too.
Right.
Had him dead to right. Sloan had beat his man. Moore just couldn't connect with him. A little line drive. It was a good line drive throw, too. It wasn't an arc. Couldn't have been intercepted. Just a great snag. Could have been a great snag by Sloan, but instead it's third and 10 rather. About third and 9.
Along with Sloan's speed, you know, or quickness, he also has a lot of speed, which makes him really hard to cover. He gets those quick cuts and is fast out of his break. Makes him a hard person to cover. Notice playing off.
I formation. Goolsby's under center, takes the snap, looks, fires. Got Sloan. Quick throw at the 23. Puts his head down, gets to the 30.
Complete from Goolsby to number
That'll give him a first down. Sloan with a little dump off and just bowled through more. Moves the chains. 2 minutes, 50 seconds to go here in the second quarter. Heat need a touchdown to cut the game in half. They do get the kickoff after halftime. So a score here and a score after halftime, you're right back in the ball game. But not scoring here could be detrimental.
First and 10 Heat from their own 30.
I formation. Goolsby is under center. Takes the snap, play fake, gives it to Copeland. And Copeland will get dropped after a gain of a couple yards there, maybe about 2 or 3.
Tackle by number 14.
Now, two or three 3-yard runs, well, technically 4 3-yard runs, could get you a first down. It'll also eat quite a bit of clock, which might be what the Heat are trying to do. Try to control that tempo.
With those counter plays, that's the perfect way to do it, just to draw the linemen and the linebackers off just by half an inch so that you can pick up those 3 yards to move the chains.
And a good play fake, too, to Whitaker with the bare hand still made it look believable, especially to some of these defensive linemen. Whitaker, left side, gives it to Copeland, who hits the left. He's got space. He's got a hole. Copeland to the 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Copeland. Copeland's a bowling ball, but he's got a bowling ball with momentum when he needs to. Hole big enough to drive a stock truck through. Touchdown, Tennessee Heat. Got the replay for you.
There's that speed you were talking about before, James. You know, you said that he's great for just pounding down the middle, but whenever he breaks loose, he can have a lot of speed. You know, they keep pounding down the middle over and over and over again, wearing out the Lancaster defense, and finally something will open up. Somebody
what a hole by those linemen, too. Whitaker contributed. Wide receiver held his block just long enough. And Copeland was moving.
What a great run by Copeland. Great blocks.
So 1:42 to go in the second quarter. They're going to give DeGrue the chance for the extra point. 1 for 1 so far today.
Couldn't have happened at a time when they needed it sooner either.
Yeah, that was a desperation. We need this touchdown. And they're going to go for the fake. Sloan got the 2-point. Sloan took the snap, took off, and he's gone.
The Heat is good by number 3, Sloan.
So the Heat with a 2-point conversion, 28-15. They've cut the lead in half again. DeGrue set to kick it away, pacing it off. Bowden. Back deep to return. He's sitting about the 5-yard line. DeGrue kick, and
there is a flag on
they might get him for false start. Yep.
False start against the Heat.
Probably a good thing for DeGrue, too. I think he accidentally chipped under that ball.
Yeah, he looked like he hit his cone using one of those practice cones instead of a tee. Now, that's how he's been doing it all year, and, of course, it's paid off for him.
Could be those magic green cleats.
All right, those are pretty sweet. Although, I don't know. Looks like, I think that's Russell on the far. He's got some green cleats. I don't like that.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
give the kicker the green cleats. Let him be the weirdo. That way if he makes a play, you know it's him. DeGrue starts forward, total leather. Line
Nice
drive.
kick.
Straight into the end zone, about halfway into the end zone.
A touchback for the Heat.
So Lancaster will set up shop at the 15-yard line, and Bragg is coming back in the game. The Heat with a good grinding drive there, able to punch it in. Now, if they get a stop here, and of course, I don't know, I'm not 100% sure.
Timeout. Black.
Well, we got a timeout for the Heat. I think they've got one left. We're going to step aside. This is the 2018 MTAC Consolation game brought to you by Kingdom.com. First and 10 for Lancaster. Bragg in the shotgun, flanked on his left. 1-by-2 formation. Bragg takes the snap, dumps it off to Moore. Moore makes Sloan miss. Moore across the 20. Preston Sloan might want to check about the 15-yard line. His ankles might still be there.
Preston
Good
Sloan
gosh.
trying to rely on these just heavy hits instead of breaking down and wrapping up. You know, that's starting to cost him. He's going to have to break down a little more.
Bragg takes the snap, fires. Oh, missed him. Overthrew Moore, underthrew Bowden. Bring up a third down, about 3 yards to go. Surprised Sloan's still on the field. What a move, though, by Moore. I'm still wowed by the move. Lancaster's got some athletes. Both of these teams have athletes.
It was a last-second move, too. No time to think about it, just reflexes.
Set up in the shotgun. I think that's all Lancaster runs is shotgun. Bragg takes the snap, looks, fires. To Bowden, what a catch at the 35.
Nice
First down. He beat DeGrude.
Tennessee Heat preparing themselves for these long throws that Lancaster likes to hit. Got two safeties over the top.
Lancaster trying to get set up as soon as the clock starts from getting the chain set. Bragg put the ball on the money. Takes the snap, looks, fires. To Moore, one-handed snag. Moore at the 45, 35. Down to the 30. There is no 45, but he's across the 30. First down, Lancaster. Chains are moved. Lancaster trying to get set up before the clock starts. Lancaster trying to punch it in here. 28-15 lead. He get the ball after halftime. Bragg in the shotgun, flanked on the left. 1-by-2. Bowden's in the slot. Bragg changing up the play a little bit. Four-man rush from the Heat. Bragg fires. He's got Moore wide open to the right. Man misses on the shoestring. Sloan trying to break down. Good block on the far side, out of bounds on Moore. Clock will get stopped again, plus move the chains. First to goal, Lancaster. 31 seconds remaining. Knights trying to punch it in.
In situations like this, the rush, it's hard for the defense to remember that you just got to play assignment football. It's easy to get caught up in the momentum of everything.
Well, the Heat only brought a four-man rush, and Moore was still wide open.
Right. It's another one of the great abilities of Bragg, checking down, seeing what's open.
Ryan Scott's going to call his third and final timeout.
Black.
And we'll step aside. This is the 2018 MTAC Consolation game presented by Kingdom.com.
goal from the 7-yard line.
First and goal for Bragg in the shotgun. Takes the snap, looks, fires, tossed it high. Bowden hauled it in. Beat DeGrude, touchdown Lancaster.
Touchdown from Bragg to Bowden.
What a arc pass, rainbow pass to Bowden. And he hauled it in both hands, touchdown. Let's see if we can get the replay on it.
Put the ball in the air and let your receiver go up and get it.
Yep, got him on the fadeaway.
You can tell
There was
Lancaster's-
nothing DeGrude could do on that one.
You can tell Lancaster's rep this a lot, just letting their receivers go up and grab the ball.
Great 2-minute drive there from the 13-year-old Bragg. Now he'll take the snap, looks, dumps it off to Moore. Moore cuts back inside, 2 points good.
What a cut.
Made his man miss.
Good for the 2-point conversion for the Knights.
Lancaster jumps up to a 36-15 lead, 24 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. This is the 2018 MTAC Consolation game, brought to you by Kingdom.com, the ministry technology providers, TennesseeHighSchoolFootball.com, Grace Point Healthcare, Modern Medicine the Old-Fashioned Way, Estate and Financial Strategies Incorporated, and Ward Marketing and Advertising. .24 seconds left in the first half. Bowden set to kick it away. Of course, battle for third and fourth place here. Little chip kick from Bowden to Russell. Russell starts right, cuts left, has space, trying to find the edge. Got the edge. Moore with the tackle. And Russell gets out of bounds to stop the clock. Already would have stopped the clock. Good return down out past the 35. Now, of course, Goolsby's got 16 seconds, and let's see. Now, one of two things can happen. Ryan Scott can say, let's go to halftime, or he can say, hey, you know what, let's take a couple shots at this. Because surely if it's intercepted, Lancaster wouldn't have a chance to take a shot of their own. But you never know. Bragg could try deep for more, and now we'll get a timeout from Lancaster.
Timeout. What?
Coach Bragg burning one there, trying to set his team up. Looks like a couple guys checking in here. Number 75, looks like Dylan Roberts, the junior. Going to give him a little beef up the middle. They might try to go with maybe a three-man line. Give him nose tackle, couple DNs, and have 5 DBs in there. Ryan Scott trying to set his players up. Again, Goolsby, I think he can. John, what do you think? About 3 plays here?
I think with 16 seconds left, I think they can squeeze 3 plays if they make them fast ones.
Exactly. Give you a couple out routes, maybe 10, 15-yard out route.
I think they're going to try to hit Preston and get him in open, or hit Preston and get him in open space.
They've got him wide right. I formation. Goolsby under center takes the snap. Toss. They're going to go for, incomplete. Trying to go for Russell. I thought I saw a little bit of interference on that.
I think there was. Looked like a pass interference to me.
But they're not going to call it.
You know, with Preston's ability to make people miss, I don't know if I wouldn't just throw a little short route to him and try to get him out into open space with one-on-one.
10 seconds remaining. Ball is spotted at the 32-yard line. So within reason, you could take a shot at the end zone, or you could try two short throws. Of course, a field goal from DeGrude wouldn't do a whole lot, except give the senior a chance to hit a field goal here last game with some of his fellow Heat players. Goolsby takes the snap. Good protection. Fires deep for Sloan. Underthrow him. Has to come back. No flag. 4 seconds remaining.
bring up 3rd and 10 Heat. 4 seconds to go in the half.
And Goolsby had Sloan, just underthrew him. So they'll take one more crack at it. 4 seconds remaining. 36-15, Lancaster leads the Tennessee Heat. Of course, a tighter game, first game of the year. 26-12 was the final there. Far surpassing that. Of course, both teams with a season under their belt. Lancaster having played 9 games, the Heat having played 11. Heat with the most games on the year other than Christian Community. Both of them sitting at, well, no, Christian Community had 10 games played. Heat had 11. Goolsby drops, looks, fires deep for Sloan. He could hit him. Sloan's got it. Touchdown Heat. What a throw from Goolsby. Rolled left, and he put the touch on the ball. Sloan wide open, hauled it in. Good job to hang on. The Heat have a chance to hit the 2-point and make this a 13-point game heading into halftime.
Great.
Goolsby, Jekyll, and Hyde.
Great throwing, great job by the line to hold everybody off long enough where he can make that type of throw. They gave him plenty of time.
What a throw from Goolsby. Two, one kind of bad throw, one throw that was and then just a beauty from the sophomore. Now DeGrood is 18 of 34 coming into the game. He's 1 of 1 so far, so 19 of 35 on the season. Let's see if he can hit it here. Sloan will spot it. Snap, set, kick. Good. DeGrood hits it. We'll head to halftime. Lancaster Christian leads the Tennessee Heat 36-22. What a great first half. This is the 2018 MTAC Consolation game brought to you by Kingdom.com, the ministry technology providers, TennesseeHighSchoolFootball.com, Grace Point Healthcare, Modern Medicine the Old-Fashioned Way, Estate and Financial Strategies Incorporated, and Ward Marketing and Advertising. We'll be right back for the halftime report here on the Extreme Game of the Week. Welcome back. This is the Star Physical Therapy halftime report. Here we get our Star logo. There it is, right? It's confusing. Right there. Star Physical Therapy. Bring you the halftime report. James Shannon, John Trahan on the call. And what a first half. I mean, 36-22. High-scoring first half. Both teams, a lot of offense. But at the same time, it seems like they've burned a lot of clock. So there's been some big plays, but there's been a lot of grinding.
Right. I think it's been a great job by both teams, especially there at the very end, just driving down the field, working, where they've been working on those 2-minute drills. You can really see that showing up and the execution of it. Both teams, like you said, doing a great job of running out clock, driving down the field, and just punching the defense over and over and over again. And it's made this a really great game so far.
Well, and a great two-minute drive by Lancaster. They scored. They left 14 seconds on the clock. And then Goolsby on the last play of the second half hits the touchdown. And Bragg hit a touchdown on the last play of the first quarter. So when the clock hits 0, you kind of feel that pressure and you hit the touchdown. So for the Heat, they come out of the second half. They're going to get the ball back. This game's not out of reach for them at all.
Not at all. I think definitely if they come out and take a deep breath on defense, execute a little bit better, and do their assignment football and play their positions right, this is a winnable football game for the Tennessee Heat.
Thank you all for tuning in. We're going to step aside. Second half coming up in about 8 minutes. This is the Kingdom.com Extreme Game of the Week. It's the 2018 MTAC Consolation Game. now we can get set for the kickoff. We were going to go live a few minutes ago, but head officials obviously decided to take a nap. I don't know. Maybe the timing was off. Officials have made their way to the field. Lancaster will kick it away here to start the second half. Great end of the first half. Goolsby nailed Sloan on a perfect pass. So the Heat only down by 14. Bowden starts forward, kicks it away deep. Sloan will be able to return it. Starts forward from the left side, comes back inside, now comes to the left and dropped at the 17-yard line. So the Heat make their way back onto the field. Offense with another drive. Well, thank you for watching today's game. James Shannon, John Trahan on the call. Later on tonight, 7 o'clock is when kickoff is, but the broadcast will start a lot earlier than that. Guess what you can do so that you know exactly when we go live? You can get the bell on. Get the bell on. You'll know when we go live. Got a little special treat for y'all before the championship game on our broadcast, so you don't want to miss that. It's special. Trust me, it's special. I'm hyped. Our formation, Gouldsby under center. Gives it to Copeland. Copeland to the right side, and he'll get stuffed for a loss. Copeland with an on-off night has had some good runs. Had a big touchdown run with about 2 minutes left to go in the first half, but he's also coughed the ball up earlier in the half, so just depends on how you catch that. That's the thing with the Heat, too. It's just it depends on what play, what drive, what game you catch them on. Lancaster, again, with a bend, don't break defense. They've given up 22 points in the first half, but it's enough because they had a huge goal line stand. I mean, that was a, that was stopping them from 7 points. Right now, it would be a 7-point game. Instead, 14 points with the Heat trying to score. Gouldsby under center. Play fake to Whitaker. Bootleg to the left. Looking, fires, got Sloan. Sloan's wide open, makes his man miss. Sloan with speed, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, end zone, Preston Sloan. Touchdown Heat. Brandon Gouldsby with a touchdown.
Nice.
And let's see if we can get you a replay here. Just a foot race.
I was about to say, at first he was.
Oh, we didn't get the replay. Sloan with it was a bootleg for Gouldsby, and I didn't get the replay on it. But Sloan on the sideline made his man miss, and he was gone. Turned on the afterburners, and he's gone. So DeGrude will try the extra point with the 2 that he's made today so far. He is 21 of 36 on the year.
Nice ability of Sloan to kind of tend to that outside edge. You know, whenever you break out in the open and somebody's gaining on you, you have to just instinctively pull away from them just a little bit and go the opposite direction.
Snap set kick blocked. Extra points no good. And that makes it harder for the Heat.
That brings your score, Heat.
And we'll get the clock adjusted. We'll get everything adjusted.
36.
We're going to step aside. This is the Kingdom.com Extreme Game of the Week. It's the 2018 MTAC Consolation Game. DeGrude set to kick it away. Bowden back deep to return. DeGrude starts forward. Kick is away off the cone. Line drive, hit a Lancaster player. That's going to be picked up by Bowden. Bowden starts forward up the middle, and he's going to be dropped by DeGrude.
Bowden slow getting up.
Bowden's taking a Bowden's taking a licking here. His last game for Lancaster. Of course, he's been around for several years while they played 11-man. And here in their first year of 8-man, no one knew what to really expect from Lancaster. But Matt Bowden definitely has made a name for himself. First and 10, Bragg in the shotgun, flanked on his right. 1-by-2 formation. Takes the snap. Fires deep for Bowden, overthrew him.
Pass intended for number 7, Bowden, incomplete.
DeGrood on the coverage. Bring up a 2nd and 10. Well, the Heat, with the missed extra point chance, it's still an 8-point ball game, 36-28.
We have an 8-point ball game here, guys.
John, this is the, when you're playing, of course, a consolation game, it doesn't really mean anything. You're just playing for 3rd and 4th place. But for these seniors, this last game of your high school career, this is the kind of game you want to be in.
That's exactly right. It,
2nd and 10.
like everybody says, it goes by a lot faster than you think. And, the last one, it doesn't really hit you whenever you're in it. But this is the last time that they'll ever step foot on a football field and play for these teams that they're on.
Moore, incomplete.
Bragg overthrows Moore.
That'll be 3rd and 10 for the Knights.
And if he had kept going, Coach Bragg wanting answers. If Moore had kept going, he might have been able to haul the ball in. But he overthrew him by just a hair. So that'll bring up a 3rd down and 10.
3rd and 10 Knights from the 32.
3 down linemen. Now they're going to go a trips left. No one in the backfield. Man wide right. Bowden will come in motion. Start forward. Bragg fires. Incomplete. Moore wasn't looking. Moore didn't even know the pass was headed his way. And that'll bring up a 4th down and 10. Now we've seen the Heat punt once today. When will we see Lancaster punt though?
Other than throwing it behind him just a little bit, I think that was actually a really good pass by Bragg. As a receiver, you're taught as soon as you come out of your break, you got to turn your head and look for that ball because it'll be coming. And I think that was a good pass, but just needs a little better execution.
Now they're going to go for it on 4th and 10. Bragg is in the shotgun, flanked on his right side. Bowden is in the slot. Gurley wide left. Bragg takes the snap, looks, fires deep, looking for Gray. Overthrew him.
Intended for number 24, Gray is incomplete. That'll be
A little bit of an off drive by Bragg.
Overthrew him, and that will be a turnover on downs. We're going to get the clock matched up exactly where it should be.
You got to question that by the Lancaster coach. Whenever it's this close, and you're that close to the end zone, sometimes you got to swallow it and go for the punt.
Well, and of course, when you could have, especially when you could have put the ball down around the 20, 15-yard line, and instead you turn it over on your own 20-yard line. 1st and 10.
But this is the exact sort of situation that the Heat wants to be in. So.
Give it to Whitaker. Whitaker with some tough running, but he'll just get up to the line of scrimmage. Keep the clock running. Of course, the Heat aren't going to argue with that. They had a touchdown on their first drive, 8 points out. Of course, it would be a great comeback for the Heat. Heat down 36 to 14 at one point in the ball game, and they've been able to come back, make it a 1-score game. Actually, 2 scores with the 2-point conversion. I formation. Sloan is out wide left. Up. Goolsby. They're going to let the play continue. Goolsby fires. And, man, dove for it out of bounds.
Excellent
pass
effort.
was intended for Whitaker, and there should have been a flag on that. Because Goolsby motioned. Sloan went in motion as well as Whitaker. So let's see if they give him a retro flag. Wait to see if we get a call. I don't know how they missed that.
Other than this, there's been
They're going to wave the flag off.
other than situations like this one, you know, there's been actually pretty minimal mistakes by both teams. You know, just there's been a few cases, but
From the Knights' 22-yard line.
Let's play. Let's play.
Head referee today. Letting it go.
3rd and 10, Heat.
Audible by Goolsby. He'll move him into an I formation. And I was going to call timeout. He didn't like the personnel situation he had on the field.
Out. Black.
Timeout.
We'll step aside. This is the Kingdom.com Extreme Game of the Week. It's the 2018 MTAC Consolation Game. Back here. Heat have a 3rd and 10. I formation. Goolsby's under center. We had a whistle, and I'm not sure what it was. Goolsby tossed to Sloan to the left side. Sloan looking for the edge. Got it out of bounds. And I don't know if he had enough for the first down.
There is a flag on the play.
There's a flag on the play. And we'll get the call.
Holding on the offense. 10-yard penalty. Replay 3rd down.
So they got the Heat there, and the Coach Bragg is going to accept the penalty call. And so it'll give the Heat another chance to another shot at the 3rd down, but it'll be 3rd and about a quarter of the field.
Penalty will back the Heat up to the Knights' 36-yard line.
It's pretty close to half. It's about a 3rd. That might be long. It's longer than 3rd and 20. It's 3rd and 25. So you're right. About a 1/3 of the field. Goolsby takes the snap. Dumps off to Sloan. Sloan trying to start to the left. Dragged down on the backside of the 40. That's more.
with a big
And he's
clump of
wanting to take a piece of CCS with him. Big old clump of grass in the helmet. But what a stop. He'll take that clump of grass any day with the stop he just made on Sloan. I'm not sure I understand the play call there.
Yeah, one thing they never teach you in football is to run backwards. That's the last thing you ever want to do. You got to take the space where you can find it, which Preston Sloan is usually very good at. But that was just kind of a mess-up play, and everybody has one. But they're going to have to come back on this one with 4th and very long.
So DeGrood will punt it away on a 4th and about 30. Bowden back deep. DeGrood takes the snap. Good kick, not touched. High kick, it'll bounce, and now it'll take a Lancaster bounce. Last one took a Heat bounce. This one take a Lancaster. Falling on about the 27-yard line. And Deuce Bragg will make his way back onto the field. We'll be right back. This is the Kingdom.com Extreme Game of the Week. We're back here in White House. Bragg handoff to Bowden across the 30. And that'll bring up about a 2nd and 7. Heat with a golden opportunity there after the turnover on downs to tie the ball game and just couldn't convert in Lancaster territory. One of those ugly drives you want to forget. Bragg audibles. Flanked on his right side, takes the snap. Dumps it off to Bowden, who's wrapped up immediately and taken to the ground. And Rowan Cordell, who's had a ball game, he's dealt with them. And a big stop on Bowden. It'll bring up 3rd down, about 15 yards to go. Ball spotted about the 22-yard line.
3rd and 15 for the Knights.
Bragg is by himself in the shotgun. Empty backfield, 2-by-2 formation. Moore's at one slot, Bowden's at the other. Now Bowden comes in motion. He's bringing him into the backfield. He doesn't look like he wanted to be in the backfield, but he comes back here. Bragg takes the snap. Bowden helping with protection. Bragg steps up. Oh, and he's going to get dragged to the ground by DeGrude. And he grabbed Bragg's hair. Now, DeGrude has a little bit of a mane himself.
There is a flag on the play.
And there's a flag. It's the risk you take when you got the flow. And they're going to wave it off. Let's see if they wave it off. Yep, they're going to wave it off. So the Heat with a big stop there. That was DeGrude. He's had a couple run-ins with Bragg today. But it's 4th down and about 13 yards to go. Lancaster, they're not going to punch. They're not going to punt it away. They're not. No one in the backfield. 2-by-2. They're going for it. And Bragg asked for a timeout. Bragg didn't like the play call. Bowden's frustrated. Little miscommunication here. They're going to give Bragg the timeout.
I'm out. White.
Lancaster again rolling the dice on trying to go for this on 4th down on their own 25. You know, it's very dangerous, especially with the situation they're in.
They've got more. They've got more things. No, not meaning more. They've got more going for them on defense. And you wonder if that hit from earlier on Deuce affecting him a little bit. He hasn't been the same quarterback since then. So they bring out the punt unit. Well, no, they're not going to bring it. They're not going to punt. They're going to go for it. Well, they are going to punt it. They need to get someone deep for the Heat, unless they're just going to let it go. Bowden's going to punt this away if they don't fake it. It's 4th and 13. Bad snap. Ball's on the ground. Heat are going to stuff him. Bad snap. And the Heat with fantastic field position. We're going to step aside. When we come back, the Heat will have 1st and 10. This is the Kingdom.com Extreme Game of the Week. It's the 2018 MTAC Consolation game. Handoff to Copeland. Not much on the not much on the play. Just a bad snap on the punt, and the Heat were able to swallow them up, get great field position. So the ball's at the 18-yard line. The Heat prime territory to tie this ball game up, and what a comeback it would be. Down by 22 at one point. Goolsby's in the shotgun, takes the snap, looks, makes men miss. He's going to run it. And he might have gotten back up to the line of scrimmage. He didn't like anything he saw, and we've got a player down on the far side of the field.
By number 28, Anderson. There is a
And Sloan is down.
We would ask all athletes to please take a knee. Those in the crowd, we would
Sloan
ask
is down, and we're going to step aside. And we're back. The Heat with a prime opportunity to tie the ball game. Third down and 12. Goolsby takes the shotgun snap. They're going to try the screen. Hauled in by Cordell. Cordell hit across the 10. Not enough for the first. He's about 3 yards shy, but it's fourth down.
Pass is complete to number 32.
And there's a flag on the backside. Goolsby might have taken a hit. They were trying the screen. Lancaster was pursuing. And let's get the call.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer on the defense. Automatic. First down.
What a break for the Heat. Tennessee Heat get a first and goal to tie it up.
Ball's starting to roll towards the Tennessee Heat's way.
Lancaster has not scored. Of course, they scored with about 2 minutes left.
It'll be first and goal from the Knights' 9-yard line for the Heat. 4:38 to go in the third quarter.
Goolsby, give, Copeland stuffed. Now Lancaster's already had a goal line stand earlier in the ball game. And Copeland's down too. Sloan down on the last play, and now Copeland's down again.
We do have an injured player on the field. We would ask athletes to please take a knee.
We're step aside again while they tend to Copeland. Copeland's made his way off the field. Well, he's getting helped. He's got to get helped, and initially thought it might be an issue maybe with a concussion, but he's hobbling off. So the Heat with 2 big injuries here on the cusp of tying it up. I formation, Goolsby's under center. Whitaker moves from left to right. They've got Cordell in the backfield. Handoff. Cordell stuffed at the 5. Loss on the play. It's 3rd and goal.
You know, this sequence of events just kind of shows you how football goes. You know, if you roll a football on the ground, it doesn't roll straight, it bounces around. So 1 second it can be going one way, and the next second it'll bounce over and go the other. And so Tennessee Heat experiencing some of that by getting a good thing going for them, and then right as they do, something bad ends up happening.
3rd and goal. Let's see if the Heat can get it. Sloan is back in the game, wide right. Goolsby's under center, takes the snap, play fake, rolls, looks, fires, got it! Touchdown Heat! Preston Sloan in the back corner of the end zone snags it. And the Heat are within a 2-point conversion of tying the ball game. What a comeback from the homeschoolers. Down 22 at one point. I'm a former homeschooler. I can say it. And Preston Sloan. Huh? Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. Play clock winding down. I don't think Goolsby knows that it's winding down. They might end up taking the delay of game. Yep, there it goes. Goolsby didn't watch. No one looked at the play clock. And so they're going to get marked off for 5 yards. Let's get the call.
That's something.
Dead ball. Delay of game on the offense. Replay, first down.
That's
Try.
something they
On the
have
try.
to know.
So, 2-point conversion attempt here. Sloan is in the backfield with Goolsby. Now they'll switch spots. Sloan will move to the left. Goolsby goes in motion to the right. Sloan takes the snap. Looks. Fired for Goolsby. Got him! 2-point conversion's good. Goolsby went in motion. Hit him in the end zone. 2-point conversion's good. Folks, we got a ball game. We have got a ball game. 3:13 in the 3rd quarter. And we're tied at 36. Heat have come all the way back. This is the 2018 MTAC Consolation game brought to you by Kingdom.com.
What a
DeGrood set to kick it away. 3:13 to go in the 3rd quarter, and the Heat down 36-14 at one point. Come all the way back. Kick is deep. Fielded by Bowden. Bowden starts forward up the middle. He's got space. He's got a hole. Flag is down. Bowden down the right sideline. But will it come back? It is going to come back. Rowan Cordell clapping his hands. We've got a flag down. Gurley doesn't believe it. He can't understand it. Official is going to make the call. There's a couple
Holding
flags.
on the receiving team after the penalty. First down.
What?
we've had these rests before. I said I wouldn't be surprised if that wasn't holding at all.
Well, he took him to the ground. I didn't get the replay on it. No, I didn't get it on it.
It looked like it. I was about to say because I didn't see it, but I know these. I've had these flags before.
Yeah.
And they did a bunch of stuff like that. Like they wasn't a holding, they call it.
Bowden was gone.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
no one was catching him.
All right, that'll bring up 1st and 10 for the Knights.
So
as the
1st
ball
and
is
10 for
spotted from the
Lancaster.
Knights on 15-yard line.
Deuce Bragg and company, they've let the Heat come back. They've got to get this game back under control.
That was the exact type of move that Lancaster needed to get in this ball game and get the handle back on it, but
Bragg takes the snap, give to Moore, stopped. He's stuffed by the Heat.
Number 73, Britton.
Bring up a 2nd and about 12 yards. Lancaster just not able to stay ahead of the chains.
That'll be a loss of a yard on that play. Brings it up 2nd and 11, Knights. Ball is spotted at the Knights on 14-yard line.
Bragg and company going with a no huddle, which is what they've done part of the game, most of the game. Bragg's flanked on either side. 3 down linemen. Gray is out wide right. Looks like Moore out wide left. Maybe Gurley. Throws to Gurley, missed it. Across the middle, tried to go to Gurley. That was the exact same play that they scored against Christian Community last week. Gurley just on the side, comes inside, tries to get the quick slant, and he would have been off to the races. Heat, 3rd and 12. They've got a chance right here to bring up a 4th down. Bragg takes the snap, looks, fires, deep for Gray. Oh, through the hands. Made the 3-point shot, but Gray not able to haul it in.
right through his hands. You got to watch that kind of stuff in.
And it's 4th down. Lancaster pinned deep in their own territory. Bowden's going to have to punt this away.
From their own 14-yard line.
Not the type of thing that you want to end up doing on a drive where you got a touchdown on the first kickoff called back.
Lancaster might fake it here. Bowden takes the snap to punt it away. He will actually kick it away. And ball's on the ground. DeGrood is going to grab it. Well, nope, that was, that was DeGrood. But a kick down, like a pooch kick to the 32. Cordell thought he might snag it, dropped it, and DeGrood had the presence of mind to grab it.
That'll bring up 1st and 10, Heat.
DeGrood made a big save on that one. If not for him being around, that could have been very bad from
That would have been a big break for Lancaster, though.
Yeah, it would have.
Although, I don't know that would have been, well, it would have been a 1st down because the punt was already away.
Bowden's got a huge rip in his jersey.
He's laying it out there.
Yeah, he is.
Well, as soon as the ball's punted, that's change of possession.
1st and 10, Heat from the 33-yard line.
Ball at the 33. Goolsby in the shotgun, takes the snap, hands to Cordell, and the ball's on the ground. Lancaster's got it. Little hiccup for Goolsby, and I didn't get the replay on it, but a huge turnover. Lancaster's got the ball at the 35-yard line. This is their chance. Knights fans making noise. This is Lancaster's chance to retake control of this game, because right now they do not have control at all, any way, shape, or form. Bragg in the shotgun, flanked on his right. 2-by-1 formation. Bowden is the slot man. Bragg takes the snap, looks, fires deep for Moore. Moore laid out and got a hand on it. Couldn't do much more than that. And a flag in the backfield.
There is a flag on the field.
Let's get the call.
Dead ball. Personal foul. Roughing the passer on the defense. Automatic. 1st down.
And the Heat roughing up Deuce Bragg a little bit. They get caught. Give them a whole lot. 1st and 10 from the 30.
It's as bad as these 15 yards hurt Tennessee Heat, Deuce Bragg is an 8th grader, is the type of kid that kind of stuff gets in his head and it messes with him. He doesn't like taking those big hits.
Bragg hands it to Moore. Moore will get tripped up, but he'll get out past the 25. Bring up about second down and 5.
Second and 4 for the Knights as the ball is
Lancaster, this could be the drive they need for the Heat. Couple hiccups here in the third quarter, late in the third quarter. You just got to settle down, like you said, John. You got to settle down as a defense. You got to play assignment football. You got to just realize, look, we just got to do our job. We're the only ones who can lose this ball game for us. And we'll get a call.
Dead ball, encroachment on the defense, 5-yard penalty, replay first down.
Another bad mistake for the Heat.
You know,
Another free 5 yards.
You know, I stated at the beginning of the game there wasn't as many middle mistakes in this game going on, but now they're starting to come out and it's really starting to hurt these teams. This is the kind of stuff that'll lose you football games, the 5 yards and then the 15.
Well, we're only at 2.
Add up.
There's Bragg, hand off to Moore to the left side. Moore's got a hole. Moore across the 10. Moore down to about the 3-yard line. 1st and 10. Lancaster right on the edge of taking the lead. I'm sorry, what were you saying? Did you finish what you were saying?
Yeah.
Okay. Bragg is in the shotgun. Minute 13 to go. Handoff, Moore up the middle. Ball is out. Flag is on the field as well. And let's see what the call is.
On the offense, 10-yard penalty, replay first down.
So it'll move Lancaster back a little bit on the touchdown. They will take the touchdown away. There will be no fumble, but it will be 1st and goal from the 12. Bragg in the shotgun, flanked by Moore, 2-by-1, Bowden in the slot. Moore is the wide receiver to the right. Bragg fires for Moore, overthrew him.
That could have been called an offensive pass interference. It looked like he pushed off a little bit to get loose. The ball ended up being out of reach either way.
Moore had a great catch earlier in the ball game. Be 2nd and goal. Bragg is by himself in the backfield. Bragg rolls right, sacked. Carter Sutton, 14th sack of the year. He's not joking around. And he is threatening the single-season sack record set by, of course, one of the captains for this year's All-Star game, Colton Rollins. I'm looking at it right now because I want to know what it is. But 14 sacks on the season. Actually, I think 13. Bragg takes the snap, looks, fires deep, and DeGrood and Moore swapped spaces. DeGrood was actually more in place for the catch. And let's see if we can adjust this clock just a hair. Three seconds right there. Bragg in the shotgun. Lancaster knocking on the door. It's 4th and goal. Heat could have a defensive stand of their own. Goal line stand. Bragg looks, fires, deep for Bowden, overthrew him. Incomplete. End of the 3rd quarter. Folks, we are set up for a heck of a 4th quarter. We're going to step aside. This is the Kingdom.com Extreme Game of the Week. It's the 2018 MTAC Consolation Game. All right, so we had a handoff in a small game, maybe a yard, so it's 2nd and 9. Handoff. Nope. Play fake to Goolsby up the middle. He's going to get stuffed. Not going down. Not much of a gain. So to bring up 3rd down.
To bring up 3rd and 7. 3rd and 7 and a half for the Heat. As the ball is spotted at the Heat's own 17-yard line.
And we know it says Ford. Trying to change it to 4th. Spencer is the guru, and he's currently not here. So there we go. That's what I'm talking about. Bam.
Built 4th tough.
I heard that. Goolsby in the shotgun by himself. Takes the snap. Quick fire to
Wide
Grood.
open.
Oh, DeGrood couldn't hang on to it. What a laser. DeGrood, it was too hot.
Have you ever heard of being too wide open?
Well, I don't think it was too wide open. I think it was Goolsby just
Oh, yeah.
gunning it. I mean, that literally looked like he pulled out a bazooka and shot it. Like he pulled out a jugs machine and turned it all the way up to 10 and shot it at DeGrood. And DeGrood could have caught that. Very, very catchable.
3rd and long, you got to have those. That is, oh, yeah.
Could have been gone for the touchdown, but instead.
I know exactly how he feels. That happened to me probably 3 times during my last game. Hit me right in the hands, and it is a feeling that nobody could compare to.
Now DeGrood's going to punt it away. High snap, but he pulled it down. Great kick. Great line drive kick. Bounce at the 25. It's going to roll to the 22. Bowden decides to not touch it. Cordell does.
Ball is spotted at the
Lancaster will take over when we come back. This is the Kingdom.com Extreme Game of the Week. It's the 2018 MTAC Consolation Game. What a great catch. Bowden climbed the ladder and grabbed it. And, of course, our goofy selves missed it. What a catch by Bowden, though. Tie ball game. 10 minutes remaining in the 4th quarter. Bragg throws deep. What a catch from Moore. What a catch from Moore. Let's see if we get the replay. I think we got it. I think we got the back end of it. I think we got the Moore catch.
What execution by Lancaster just to drive it down the field like in that 2-minute drills.
Bam, what a catch from Moore. Back-to-back, just bombs from Bragg. Nailed Bowden, nailed Moore, both on the right side. They're picking on that right side. Bragg takes the snap, looks, fires deep, looking for Gurley. Gurley got it. Gurley caught the ball, touchdown. Lancaster Christian.
One of the first things that comes to your mind when you see all this is that you think that Bragg finally has his head back, you know. After he took that hard hit, he just kind of started turning off, and he got cold, but now he's starting to turn back on with these 3 large and long passes.
Bragg said, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, and Gurley, deep, just hauled it in, and he beat.
What a throw and what a catch.
Looks like he beat Boone Russell on that. 2-point conversion is good. Lancaster retakes control of the ball game. This is the 2018 MTAC Consolation Game brought to you by Kingdom.com. Bowden set to kick it away. What a great drive from Lancaster. They've retaken possession of the game in the fourth quarter. 9.5 minutes to go. We're set up for a great end to this consolation game. Lancaster starts forward. Kick is deep. Bowden. Kick straight to Sloan. Sloan mishandled a little bit. Starts right. Comes back inside, and Lancaster smothers him. He was scattered, smothered, and covered. Had no chance at a return. So the ball set at the 18-yard line. 1st and 10. Let's see which Goolsby comes out on this drive.
Again, you look at Moore trying to step up and use nothing but a hard hit to bring a guy down. You know, you can't always rely on those. You always got to think about your technique, break down, and form tackle. And he was lucky he had a bunch of people around to help him out. But that's the kind of stuff that you gotta always build, brick into your head.
It's almost like Lancaster was sleep playing a little bit there for a minute, for about 10 minutes, and they've woken back up. I don't know if you've ever driven drowsy and you're just driving, all of a sudden you wake up and you're like,
You forget.
Was I driving the last 10 minutes? That's what Lancaster's look like here while they're playing. And a flag in the backfield.
Good analogy, James.
It's a very good analogy. It's also been done by me several times.
Yeah. I mean, maybe a little
Here's the
on
call.
the way here.
Delay of game on the offense. Replay 1st down.
Just mental mistake there by the Heat. Again, really not a ton of penalties, not a crazy amount of penalties, but still. There's Goolsby, takes the snap, rolls, steps up, trying to avoid the sack. Intercepted by Bowden. Bowden starts left, trying to return. Bowden, he is going to get brought down at about the 8-yard line. Goolsby tried to avoid the sack, stepped up, tossed it right to Bowden, and the senior comes up big. Turnover.
Like you said, James, there hasn't been that many flags on this game, but they've happened at the times when you least need them. They'll start to get something good going for them, and then they fumble it and get flags over and over again. And I think that's a lot of what's kept both teams in this game.
The 8-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal, Knights from the 8-yard line.
Lancaster with a chance to really take possession of the game. Bragg, handoff to Moore up the middle. Moore breaks a hand tackle on the jersey, punches the ball in, touchdown, Knights. They retake a 14-point lead. He just came back. It took the Heat a quarter and a half to come back from a 22-point deficit. Lancaster in 2.5 minutes has made it a 14-point deficit again. What a job from the Knights, waking up from sleep driving. They've retaken a hold of the game. Bragg in the shotgun, flanked by Moore. Bragg looks, fires, got it. Touch, 2-point conversion's good. Gurley with the catch into the end zone. Lancaster, they lead the game 52-36. But still 9 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. We're set up for a great finish. This is the Kingdom.com Extreme Game of the Week. It's the MTAC Consolation Game. Bowden set to kick it away. He's been the man here in the fourth quarter. Last game with his Lancaster teammates. Of course, not his last game of his senior season. Bowden starts forward, kicks it away. Good kick. Just short of Sloan, one hopper. Sloan will grab it near the left sideline, starts forward. He's going to keep the sideline and get forced out by Moore. But Moore got it, Sloan rather, got it up to about the 26-yard line. That's where Goolsby and company will take over. They've still got just under 9 minutes, but they're down by 16. No room for errors here. And the Heat had a chance to take the lead on a drive. Just not able to make it happen. I want to thank you for watching this broadcast. This is the Kingdom.com 2018 MTAC Consolation game. James Shannon, John Trahan on the call. Heck of a ball game so far. Goolsby in the shotgun, flanked on his right, 1-by-2 formation. Goolsby takes the snap, gives it. That's Sloan. Sloan starts forward, he's dropped. No, that's not Sloan, that's Cordell. Cordell back up to the line of scrimmage. Not a whole lot. Again, John, it depends on which Heat team takes the field for each drive. That is what, and really it's almost play to play. Which Heat team comes out play to play for the Heat?
That's exactly right. And, you know, I can remember whenever we played them, it was weird because it seemed like for 1 second that I felt like, oh, we got this team. And then it'd be 4th and long, and they'd come up and they'd just score a big play and get the first down. And it seemed like they were just halfway doing it sometimes, and then other times they could just get a first down whenever they wanted.
Goolsby takes the snap. He's going to keep it himself. He'll get back up to the line of scrimmage. He'll bring up a 3rd down. Goolsby was looking, didn't like what he saw, had pressure, tried to avoid it, and instead brings up a big 3rd down. Ball is still in Heat territory, about the 22-23 yard line. Of course, the stick's on the far side of the field. They're going to go shotgun again. Russell and Sloan are wide right. They're stacked. Cordell in the backfield with Goolsby. Goolsby takes the snap. Pressure. Dumps it off for the screen to Cordell. Cordell has the first down. Makes a man miss. Has space. Looking for the sideline. He's got it. Gurley forces him out at the 5. Great execution on the screen pass. Goolsby waited till the last possible second. Dumped it off. Cordell got the space. Huge conversion for the Heat. Brings up a 1st and goal, and that's what the Heat needed. And again, it's play to play. What a great dump off. Cordell had speed too. Found the sideline, and the senior Gurley was the last man who could get him, and he got him.
If they want a chance of getting back in this game, they need to score, drop, push this in as soon as possible. That way they have more time towards the end.
Made his man miss right at the 1st down marker. 3 down linemen. Goolsby takes the snap. Pressured, sacked. Lancaster got in there.
That'll be a nice sack by number 4, Robbins.
And Robbins gets the sack.
The line's got to do a better job on that of holding the defenders off. They came right through.
I did some stat checking. Now, going into the Webb game last week, and Isaiah, Carter didn't have any sacks last week against Webb. You remember calling any sacks? No sacks last week. 2 sacks tonight. He sits at 14. The record is set by Rollins, Colton Rollins, with 15 and a half in a season. Goolsby takes the snap, looks, fires as he's hit. Pass is intercepted by Gurley. Gurley trying to find space on the return. Around the sideline. He's still in bounds. Gurley's going to go the distance. 80-yard interception return for a touchdown. Put the nail in the coffin. Icing on the cake. Game on ice. It's over. Well, not over, but 6.5 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. No flags on the play. Huge hit on Goolsby as he was throwing the ball. And there is a flag on the play.
Flag on the field.
And it's up here along the sideline on the Lancaster side. Let's see if we can get the play call. See if we can get the play call here. Great return, though. Gurley, the senior. These Lancaster seniors have majorly stepped up here in the 4th quarter after sleepwalking the 3rd. They've done what they needed to do.
What a way to end the last game on your senior year, you know. That's something that they'll remember for a long time to come.
Waiting to see if we can get the call. We're discussing it with Ryan Scott. Now the return will stand. Now there are two.
Sideline interference on the return team. That penalty will be administered on the kickoff. Touchdown.
Touchdown stands 80-yard. Maybe now let me check the replay. Was the interception in the end zone? It was about a yard deep in the end zone. So 81-yard interception return for Gurley. Sideline interference, and I don't think he was stepped on the field. But touchdown stands, 2-point conversion attempt. Bragg looks, fires, got it. What a catch from Matt Bowden.
2-point conversion is good for the Knights.
He snagged that, climbed the ladder, nothing doing. Lancaster has retaken a 24-point lead, well, 22-point lead rather, in the ball game. And Goolsby nailed as he threw that pass. I'm speechless. Just a great return. And just the way Lancaster stepped back up here in the fourth quarter. It's a 24-point lead rather. I thought it was 58. This is the 2018 MTAC Consolation game. It's brought to you by Kingdom.com. Number 7, the senior, getting ready to kick it away. Bowden, Bowden, whatever you want to call him. MTAC calls him Matu. Kick is deep to about the 20. Sloan had trouble fielding it. Now he returns. That's not Sloan. It's Cordell, dropped at the 20. Yes, if you looked at the MTAC all-conference team on the website, his name is Matu Bowden or Bowden, however you want to pronounce it. So.
Oh, yeah, you think you're a real fan of MTAC? What is this joke?
So 1st and 10 for the Heat. 6:19 to go in the game. Such a close ball game, and Lancaster has absolutely taken the control back of this game to the point where you can almost. I mean, I understand it's your senior's last game, but you almost want to get some of these seniors in there or put some of your backups in, give them some playing time. The Heat are not done yet, though. The Heat aren't going to quit. Ball's on the ground. Goolsby's going to have to fall on it. Bad snap. But think about that, John. I mean, a great screen pass down to the 5, and instead it turns into an 81-yard interception return for Lancaster. What a 7-point swing, or 8-point swing, really.
Right. Things in football can switch at the, toss of a coin. It's an on and off game.
Yeah, we sure do like those coin tosses. 5 minutes and 50 seconds to go in the ball game. Of course, Heat break the huddle. I formation. Whitaker left to right. Goolsby swings around, throws, passes incomplete. Flag is in. They're going to get Bowden for pass interference. It was intended, looks like for Sutton.
The pass is so lofty.
I think they will get him for pass interference. Now, I don't know, offense or defense.
Holding on the defense. 10-yard penalty. Replaying, second down.
So they got him for holding. Not quite a first down. 2nd and 2. He's going to hustle up to the line.
From their own 31-yard line.
2.5 hours. That's how far we are from the 2018 MTAC championship game. Handoff here. Looking to get the number.
Ball carried by number 21,
Diaz
Good for a heat
with the
first
carry.
down.
And there's your shot of Coach Jason Bragg. First-year head coach, came into tonight's game 7-2. He's going to leave 8-2. 10 games on the year for Lancaster, and they only lost to the two teams that are playing in 2.5 hours for the MTAC championship game. So good season by Lancaster. Of course, traditionally 11-man, first year and 8-man, first year in MTAC for football. And they've done a great job. And I almost think they've raised the bar for first-year teams coming into MTAC from 11-man. Of course, Riverside Christian, St. Andrew Swanee haven't done that. Well, that's not Goolsby. That's a sack, though. Brewery takes the sack. Goolsby stepped out of the ball game. So Rory takes the sack.
Timeout. Black.
Timeout Heat. And it looks like Carter Sutton might come up a sack and a half short of the season record. Single season record set by Colton Rollins 2016. He had 15 and a half sacks. Carter Sutton sitting at 14. So what a season. Mentioned the MTAC championship game. Broadcast will start when you get your bell on. Get the bell on. But it'll start probably closer to about 6:40. Got a little special treat for y'all. Before the championship game, of course, kickoff 7 o'clock. Right here on our YouTube channel. Spencer Thompson, Isaiah Austin on the call. You don't want to miss Extreme Radio tomorrow, 4 p.m. live on our YouTube channel. We'll recap all of today's action, get you set for the 2018 Extreme All-Star Game, which is next Saturday, 2 p.m. Eastern Time. Now Rory drops, fires deep, intercepted by Gurley, his second pick of the night. Gurley starts forward, now he goes right, looking for the corner, flags all over the field. There's a lot of dirty laundry out there. These refs, it might be their senior year because they're trying to get their flags thrown in too. They all wanted it on that. Unless there were 4 penalties.
I was about to say, I don't think you can argue with that if every single ref saw it.
And let's get the call.
Block in the back on the return team. First down.
You know, it's one thing to have a block in the back. I mean, it happens. But when you do it in the face of where 3 or 4 officials see you doing it, I don't know. You might want to rethink your whole policy on how you block in the back. I'm just saying. So 1st and 10 for Lancaster. Gurley,
It'll be 1st and 10.
last game of a senior year with his teammates. Of course, he'll be headed up to the 2018 Extreme All-Star Game. Speaking of the All-Star Game, let's get this play in. Bragg takes the snap, hand to Moore, up the middle, and he'll get brought down by Cordell. Tuesday night, live edition of Extreme Talk. We'll do a mock draft. It'll also be an announcement of who's playing in the All-Star Game. And it will be live from the Hendersonville location of Buffalo Wild Wings. 10% of all sales will go to Coach Travis Creasy. There's a handoff to Moore. Moore, good tough running across the 35. Ball's on the ground, but I think the flag, the whistle blew. He was down. So 10% of all sales will go to Coach Creasy. That's Tuesday night, this Tuesday night, November 6th, Hendersonville Buffalo Wild Wings. Be there, be square. We'll have the mock draft between myself and Isaiah Austin. Of course, it'll be live on our YouTube channel, so you can also check it out there if you can't make it up. But try to make it up. Going to be a good atmosphere. I'm really, really excited about it. Bragg, handoff to Moore here. Moore breaks the tackle. Moore has space, looking for the sidelines, and Turf Monster got him. Just couldn't stay on his feet. I don't know if it was the shoestring or the Turf Monster. I think it was the Turf Monster. Sniper sitting up in the bell tower for Church of Grace Park, and he got him.
Yeah, he was already probably a little bit worn out, but he kept trying to shift into that last gear that he has, and he just couldn't get it.
Blew out a tire here early and tried to limp along, get to the side of the road, and just couldn't. Boom, Turf Monster got him.
From the 15-yard line.
What a
So
great game he's had. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good. Some of these seniors for Lancaster Christian, of course, you've got Matt Bowden, J.D. Gray, Jacob Gurley, and Braden Richardson, a senior. But then you got some of these younger guys. The Moore brothers, Elijah and Isaiah, of course, Deuce Bragg, Devin Hargrove, who didn't play tonight, Lane Spurlock on the line. I mean, Lancaster, they're stacked. They're set for the next couple years. We're going to step aside. This is the Kingdom.com MTAC Consolation game for 2018. First and 10 for Lancaster. Deuce Bragg. What a ball game from the 8th grader. Takes the snap, looks, fires deep. Got his man.
What a catch.
What a catch. Going deep. And that was Richardson, the senior, with the haul in. Hadn't done a whole lot today.
Looks like there will be a flag for a spike.
Touchdown's going to stand. He's pumped. Flag is sitting in the end zone. Bragg has put this ball right where his receivers needed it, and they have answered all game long. Let's get the call on the flag.
Unsportsmanlike, White. The penalty will be administered on the kickoff.
They might have given it to Richardson, who was excited that he got a touchdown catch in his senior year, so I don't know about that call, but again, I'm not sure that it was on Richardson. Bragg takes the snap, throw, got Bowden with the back corner pass again. Bragg's hit that pass about 6 or 7 times tonight and gotten it every time. Good moment of sportsmanship between Bowden and Goolsby. We're going to step aside. 3 minutes remaining in the 4th quarter of the 2018 MTAC Consolation game. Now Bowden will kick it away from the 15 after the unsportsmanlike on the touchdown. He's got to be tired, but a line drive kick fielded by Russell. Russell inside, has space, cut inside down to the 25, inside the 25 to the 22. So the Heat will have good field position, but a 32-point lead for Lancaster Christian. They've doubled up the Heat after the ball game was tied at 36 to start the 4th quarter. And I hate to think that I jinxed the Heat by saying we're set up for a heck of a 4th quarter, but man, what a good ball game. Good ball game. A lot of swings, but Lancaster Christian, they have just absolutely come out and taken over this game. Just under 3 minutes to go, as you can see there on your screen.
You know, this game reminds me of a good UFC match. You know, you look at them, sometimes they'll come out in the first round and one guy will take control of it, and then they come out in the 2nd round and he might do an absolutely awful job and the other guy will take over it. And that's kind of how this game has gone.
Rury will have get snaps at quarterback as the backup. He takes the snap, quarterback keeper up the middle, breaks the tackle. Rury across the 15 down to about the 12. Great job on the sneak by Rury.
Brought down by number 58.
And we've got a Lancaster player on the field, a little bit of exhaustion possibly setting in.
We have a player that's down. We would ask all athletes, please take a knee.
And of course,
Those in the crowd.
2 hours, 15 minutes. It's how long we have until the 2018 MTAC Championship game. Webb, unbeaten, sitting at 9-0. Christian Community, unbeaten, sitting at 10-0. Well, technically 11-0. Yeah. My guy Spencer on it. You would think I know at this point. My man, I got it right here. Bam. Webb.
CCS.
8-0 coming in. CCS is 10-0.
Give a round of applause for number 58.
Right. So 9-0 regular season, 10-0 overall. Webb 8-0 overall.
7-0 regular.
And the crazy thing is this ball game could be a knockdown, drag-out fight, or it could be a complete blowout in the after the first quarter. You never know. I formation, Rury under center. He'll give it to Whitaker to the left side, breaks the arm tackle, and he's down to the 5.
Hand off to number 62, Whitaker.
So he's still trying to put some points on the board, get up over the 40-point mark.
Second and 1 for the Heat.
104 points scored today, John. 104.
8-yard gain.
High-scoring postseason game. And the crazy thing is, like I'm saying, with this MTAC championship game, if it's a tight ball game, it could be either type of ball. You played both teams. It could be a 100-point ball game, or it could be a 30-point ball game. It all depends on who shows up for Webb and CCS.
Right. They're both completely dominant teams, and so the way you look at the way they run their offense, if I was to make a guess, I'd say that it was going to be a high-scoring game. But
Rury takes the snap, rolls right. He was looking, and he's going to keep it. Get dropped at about the 4-yard line, maybe the 3. Clock continues to run. It'll bring up a 3rd down.
kind of slow starting out there on that play. Looked like maybe there was some confusion.
That was crazy. Like, everyone just kind of stood up, and it was, like, slowly rolling.
Yeah.
Minute and a half to go in the game.
Minute and a half to go here in the ball game. Great consolation game. I mean, this has been a battle. Rory's under center. I formation gives it to Whitaker. Up the middle. Whitaker stuffed at the 5. 4th down. 4 yards to go. Now, Lancaster's already had 2 goal line stands, including an interception in the end zone that was returned for an 81-yard touchdown by senior Jacob Gurley.
4th and 3 for the Heat. 50 seconds to go in the game.
I can't tell. I don't think Sloan is on the field. I think he stepped off. I think the Heat are giving some of their younger players a chance to get on there.
Right.
Some of these backups are in here. Rury, play fake, rolls. Whitaker's open, dumps it to Whitaker, incomplete. Rury was trying to not overthrow him and just dumped it just short of Whitaker. 3 goal line stands, and again, Rury trying not to overthrow his man, just trying to dump it into his arms, and Whitaker just couldn't haul it in. Would have had a first down, just couldn't haul it in. So 25 seconds left. 3 goal line stands for Lancaster. Here's your highlights. 3 goal line stands. Gurley, 81-yard touchdown interception. Interception return for a touchdown, rather. And a fantastic 4th quarter for Lancaster Christian. A 32-point 4th quarter for the Knights. So they absolutely took control. Victory formation. Deuce Bragg takes a knee.
The Knights will take a knee, and that should run.
And that'll do it. That'll do it. Lancaster Christian, first year in 8-man, first year at MTAC. They're going to take third place in the MTAC. A great game for both teams. They're going to shake hands at the 40. Make sure you stay tuned. We have award presentations coming up in just a few moments. We'll be right back. This is the 2018 MTAC Consolation Game brought to you by Kingdom.com, the ministry technology providers, TennesseeHighSchoolFootball.com, Grace Point Healthcare, Modern Medicine the Old-Fashioned Way, Estate and Financial Strategies Incorporated, and Ward Marketing and Advertising.
Check. Mic's on. Check, check. Check, check. Check. Check test. Probably taking a little bit to get these up. Check. Supposed to have me on at this point. Check. I switched the cables before I did it. Check, check, test, check. Check, test. Check, test, 1, 2. Check, test, 1, 2. Check, check. Check, test, 1, 2. Check, test, test. Check. Check, check. Come on, James. Come on, Isaiah. Come on, guys. You're killing me. You guys are killing me. You guys are killing me. Am I good to go? All right. You got me. You got to get me on the speakers on the in-stadium, guys. You got to get me on the stadium speakers. Check. Check, test. 1, 2, check, test. Check. Check, test, 1, 2. Check, test. Test, 1, 2. Okay. I guess we're going to go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, again, 68-36, the final score. Lancaster Christian Academy gets it done in their first year of 8-man football over the Tennessee Heat.
Hold on.
course, I have on the field here MTAC President Tim Pettit and League Administrator Jenna Jones. And, of course, they want to honor the regular season all-conference. There it is. On the field with MTAC President Tim Pettit and League Administrator Jenna Jones, we'd like to honor the regular season all-conference team members for their performance. These student athletes were nominated by their home school and voted on by the coaches of the member schools. The Middle Tennessee Athletic Conference would like to congratulate these student athletes for their high levels of competition and sportsmanship. Athletes, as your name is called, please meet Coach Pettit at midfield where your name will be announced. From Lancaster Christian Academy, Matthew Bowden. From the Tennessee Heat, Preston Sloan. And for the teams not in today's game who also received all conference, Jalen Brown from Sacred Heart, John Buchanan Jr. from Franklin Christian Academy, Jackson Dotter from Christian Community, Shamar Frey and Avante Harris from the Webb School, Nathaniel Rowley of Christian Community, John Stock of Bowling Green Christian, and John Trahan from Riverside Christian. At this time, we would like to recognize those players from each team tonight for their exceptional tournament game performance. The All-Tournament Team Award from the Tennessee Heat goes to Preston Sloan and Micah DeGrood. And the All-Tournament Award from Lancaster Christian Academy, Jacob Gurley and Matthew Bowden. And now for the team awards. The 2018 Middle Tennessee Athletic Conference Varsity Football 4th Place Trophy goes to the Tennessee Heat. And congratulations to the 2018 Middle Tennessee Athletic Conference Varsity Football 3rd Place Trophy to the Lancaster Christian Academy Knights. Congratulations to both teams on a great season and great game. Please remember to keep off the field and gather with your teams in the end zone.
All right. Isaiah's running camera over here. We're going to turn down the
I guess I can give some post-game analysis.
Let's do it. Listen, what a great game. I mean, 36 points each team going in the fourth quarter, and Lancaster just blew up fourth quarter. Yeah. I mean, he was running camera, so he saw the whole thing. John had to get on the road, but huge shout-out to John for doing the color on that. Of course, we're crazy strong. Bam. There you go. But great season for both the Heat and Lancaster Christian. But guess what, folks? 2 hours. 2 hours. MTAC championship. Webb. CCS. It's going to be a knockdown, drag-out fight.
Webb, CCS.
All right. We'll see. Listen, go get your popcorn. Go get your candy.
It's going to be a good
Go
one.
get your supper. Come back. 7 o'clock, MTAC Championship. Actually, 6:30. Go ahead. Better yet, get the bell on. Get the bell on, and you know
And you'll
when we
know
go
when
live.
the pregame starts.
There you go. Of course, Star Physical Therapy brought you a halftime report. We're going to step aside. We're going to get a bite to eat, get everything reset. 2018 MTAC Championship coming up. Congrats to Lancaster Christian, 3rd place overall. This is the Kingdom.com Extreme Game of the Week. There's your little replay there. Kingdom.com, Ministry Technology Providers, TennesseeHighSchoolFootball.com, Grace Point Healthcare, Estate and Financial Strategies Incorporated, and Ward Marketing and Advertising. We will be back 6:30 MTAC Championship.